Hello and welcome. Happy Monday to everyone out there. And we are here continuing our Season 0 QB Club simulation on Madden 26. All of our NFT holders, anyone who owns a QB Club quarterback NFT, is automatically entered into Season 0. And we have a new entry today. Our friend Ron has gone out and purchased the Bryce Young NFT. We hit a 0.05 Solana bid on that, or offer, I should say, on that NFT. And we are going to treat Ron right away by throwing Young right into the mix here. As we know, all of our competitors are facing the Jets. This will be an interesting one because someone will be eliminated. We've played 8 simulations so far. Incidentally, the Jets, with their 74 rating here, on the road every single time, unbelievably, are 7-1. I don't quite understand it. I don't understand the simulation behind that. It seems a little one-sided for a team that's rated a 74. The whole idea was that our offenses were going to pummel the Jets defense and have their way with them, but it just hasn't happened. So right here you can look at the updated standings. Patrick Mahomes with a commanding lead, the only QB to play a game with and wind up with more than 2 touchdowns. Of course, we are playing 3-minute quarters. However, every single team has gotten at least 2 possessions, which means the Jets have stopped every single team at least once in these simulations, which is quite an accomplishment. We've seen 3 Jets interceptions. Of course, they had 0 in the regular season, so that's pretty interesting. But here we go, and this game should be interesting. We'll see either Bryce Young or Baker Mayfield become ineligible. Now, Bryce Young, let's start this thing right now. We will start the... Let's remove our standings from the screen and get this thing going with our settings. We've been playing 3-minute quarters. Let's go with Tirico and Olsen, 8:15 p.m. time. And the weather is clear. Just we've been doing that every single time to keep things uniform and fair for everyone. Here we go with the setup. Again, we're going to have to restart this thing. All the simulations we've had to restart. But we'll get that done pretty quickly. My voice is getting a little bit better, but it's still on the raspy side. Bank of America Stadium. It's not a plug. It's not an endorsement. Crypto does not endorse big banks. Hey, there's Greg Olsen hitting the drum. Should be an interesting game here. I think the Jets are a 74 and the Panthers are an 80. Made the playoffs this past season. Panthers, I know, are Ron's favorite team. Thus, the reason why he chose. Right here is our hiccup screen, where we just go back in and reset. And we should get our kickoff. Panthers are kicking to the Jets, which means we'll have a little bit of time here before, unless we see a fumble. Davis. Again, we haven't seen a lot of really great kickoff returns here. It's been pretty boring. I mean, thank you to Roger Goodell for absolutely destroying one of the most fun plays, the most entertaining plays in the sport. Totally forgot to get my scoring spreadsheet up. I'm going to work on that now in the background. I got some time here, though.
That's the kind of leadership role you're looking for out of this position, and I think this guy's a great example of it.
What do we got here? 2nd down and 10.
To throw is Taylor. He'll take a shot.
Oh, wow. You know, again, when we do these sims, I think I've been saying this every single time, so you're probably sick of it if you've been watching. We only count fantasy stats. So if you're watching, you don't really care who wins the game. If you're Ron, you don't really care who wins the game here, if the Jets win or the Panthers win. Although, if you're watching and you're a Panthers fan, I mean, granted, this is a simulation, but you can simulate wanting your team to win, too. But if you're watching this, you want to be throwing the ball. You want to be in a position to be throwing the ball, where the CPU in their simulation will always want, favor the passing game over the run. And so, having the Jets take an early lead, taking early lead is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. You don't want to have the ball in the fourth quarter and have a lead, because then you're going to run out the clock. And you need all the point opportunities you can get. 3rd and 9, big play. You'd like to think they'll stop him here, and we'll see Nick Folk come in. A lot of time. You got to be kidding me. Touchdown? Oh. This is like when the computer forgets that team is wearing green and white. We rarely see catches like that. 3-yard line. We're almost through the first quarter. We have not seen Bryce Young at all, which is frustrating. This is one of the frustrating parts of this game. And I screwed it up, folks. We're going to start it over. I got to start it over. I screwed it up, guys. 2-minute quarters. That was bad. So I'm going to start it over. I apologize. I did not see that. I must have gone to 2-minute quarters. And that's just not going to do. It's not a fair comparison. You guys can all admit. We have the final decisions here. So we are going to start this all over again. Lucky enough I caught it in time. I can't even believe I did that. I'm very upset at myself. 2 minutes was an option. Apparently I did that. Nobody said anything because nobody's watching. I feel like Major League, like Bob Uecker in Major League. And judging by attendance, you haven't. So we're going to start this again. I apologize. I know, man, it sucks. You guys watch the beginning if you're, I'm always rooting for the Jets in my mind to have them go down to the 3-yard line. I thought it was very quick there. I apologize. Apologize to Ron. Apologize to all our competitors there for screwing up. I haven't screwed this up at all yet. This is the first one. I can't believe I messed that up. Are we going to get this hiccup again? Probably. Who are you? 42? Who the hell is that? The Jets do not have a return guy, number 42. I think that's Hennessy, actually, who's our long snapper. All right, we're going to do our little restart here. There's probably a better way to do this. It says make sure we have 3 minutes on the clock. Guys, I'm sorry for that little hiccup. It looks like the Jets are actually kicking off. I don't know who these guys are.
We are underway in Uptown Charlotte. And he'll work this one past the 25.
Almost to the 30. And here's our quarterback. Again, I'm gonna try my best to follow the statistics as we go. We did have a little bit of a hiccup on the Dak Prescott. I tried my best to keep up with the Dak Prescott And that one nasty play where he fumbled, it just cost him so many points. And that was just a brutal play call, a brutal play execution. Basically a backwards pass to his running back that Michael Clemens was able to intercept. Was that a run? I wasn't even paying attention. There's a throw. I knew that one's a throw. I'm going to have to keep my eye open. I'm not paying attention. I don't know if that first play was a run or a pass. I wasn't paying attention. I was talking too much. Looks, I mean, we've seen a lot of tush pushes in this situation. Yep, there it is. Give him a couple yards rushing.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
Pretty much at the 40 here. Rico Dowdle. Where did he wind up? I feel like he changed teams in the offseason.
Just to get back to the line of scrimmage, I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
Looks like he went to the Steelers. I keep missing plays. Assuming that was a sack.
Able to drive through, get in the backfield, and take him down for a loss.
3rd and long.
You do get a couple of, there's been a couple of plays where sort of questionable negative rushing yards for a quarterback. Here's Young stepping up. He's got some time here. He's going to run it. Man, that's about 20 yards, 22 yards. Ooh, he's got 3 rushes there. I missed that little pop-up. I wish I saw it. They give him 25 yards so far rushing on the ground. I got him at 2.78 points. Those rushing yards really, really help. I know that was like 3rd and 14, so he got the first down and more.
Takes us to the break. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And we'll return to Charlotte in a moment.
Panthers have had the ball the entire first quarter. Really, I mean, they haven't really gotten it too far. I've seen a lot of time of possession here. They could theoretically eat the whole half. There's a pass. 20, 25. I just saw that one. 35 yards passing. 25 yards rushing. He's got almost 4 points, fantasy points. It's looking like Baker Mayfield is going to be gone, knocking Baker Mayfield out of contention. And with plenty of time on the clock here, there's Dowdle. You don't want to see him scoring here. Oh, brutal. You go to the tush push again. It was successful the first time. You go to it again. You don't want those rushing touchdowns, man. Ooh, that was really close. Really, really close. We're getting to the 2-minute warning. I don't think we're going to see anything here. Nope, tush push there in the shotgun. I got to tell you, sometimes I wonder about these play calls. Like, all right, again, now it looks like more of a pistol formation, so we're definitely not. They're going to hand off to Dowdle. Oh, this is going to be bad. Oh, no, did not get in. Lucky Ron. Lucky for you, Ron. I mean, Young has had a really solid drive here. It'd be nice to get him a little payoff. They are on like the 1-inch line here. What was that? Timeout. All right, someone call timeout.
The Jets going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this second down play.
Yeah, 1:41 left to go in the half. The Jets offense has not seen the ball, not seen the field in this simulation. Only 3-minute quarters. I guess it's not too crazy, but I mean, still pretty weird. All right, here we go. Second down. I mean, another not tush push. They're going to throw touchdowns. That'll get Xavier Leggett. And really, that's sayonara, Baker Mayfield. You are out. Sorry, AJ. That's our buddy AJ, who has the Baker Mayfield NFT. And we're going to see him sort of pop off the bottom. And Bryce Young here has a very interesting opportunity. He's approaching 10 fantasy points. Now, I've been saying that. Maybe I'll bring that up now. Give you guys a little bit of a preview of the NFTs we'll be giving away in the first round. Our number 1 seed right now is Patrick Mahomes. He's going to be receiving the James Cook NFT in our running back club. The number 2 seed will be getting DK Metcalf, solid wide receiver. Number 3 seed will be getting Garrett Wilson. Number 4 seed will be receiving Sam Laporta, tight end. We're going to be combining the wide receivers and tight ends. It just didn't feel very robust to have a tight end club on its own, although it may be something we might add in the future. There's Taylor taking off. A minute and a half to go. First down. Travis Etienne, who I think just changed the way. He told us that everyone's been pronouncing his name wrong. It's like Achan or something, which is weird. It's weird in that it's not weird. It's just weird in that it's going to take a little getting used to. He'll be the number 5 seed. Will be getting his NFT for the running back club. We have Bryce Hall at the number 6 seed. That's a good get right there, the Bryce Hall NFT. Number 7 seed will be Jalen Waddle, and the number 8 seed will receive Chris Olave. So, we tried to scale it a little bit in terms of who we expect to perform, whose NFT will have more value. We wanted to make sure that we got it across both all the positions there, the running backs, the tight ends, and the wide receivers. And those NFTs will be minted within, I would say, a month of the end of Season 0. Here's Taylor. A minute left to go. He's spinning out and dives for a few. 2nd and 7. What else we got here? And then we go to once round 1 is complete, we're going to go to a tournament format, and we'll be playing head-to-head. So, not everyone will get the chance to tee off on the Jets in round 2. Quarterbacks will be placed on their 2025 teams unless we have a number of situations where some of the NFTs purchased are backup quarterbacks. So, I'll give you an example. We have Kyle McCord and Jalen Hurts, both owned and both on the Philadelphia Eagles. So what we will do in those situations, if they do occur, is that we will have Jalen Hurts play, the starter will play on their regular normal team, and the backup, we're going to find a random team. We're going to assign the backup to that team. We won't hang him out to dry. We'll put him on a good squad. We'll put him on a team that does not already exist in the playoffs in that round 2 season or section. And we'll go from there. We'll just have a one-on-one matchup from there. And again, the only thing that matters is fantasy points. Whoever wins the game, which team, doesn't matter. We got Mason Taylor. He's inbounds. 8-7-6. This is, you got to call. Do you have a timeout? No, out of timeouts. No sense of urgency. This is Jets football. That's what we're talking about. Yeah, I mean, you should kind of be embarrassed there, Glenn. But you're not, because we've seen this before, and this is the Jets football that we expected. All right, let's see if we can get some stats here. I got 36 yards for Bryce Young and the touchdown pass. I also got him for 25 yards rushing, but I do not think that that's legit. 55, wow. I missed the pass or two there, huh? 55 yards passing. He was not listed as a rusher. I don't know how I screwed that up. So I got 10.7 points. Right now we have Bryce Young in 2nd place. He has eclipsed Kyle McCord. Matt Stafford, Will Howard, Dak Prescott, Joe Burrow, J.J. McCarthy, and Baker Mayfield is Baker Mayfield being eliminated pretty much officially, unless Bryce Young throws about 9 interceptions.
7-0 our score as this drive begins with a first down.
Garrett Wilson. So the way the second round of the tournament will work, we'll play head to head, and whichever team wins the head to head matchup will go forward in the tournament. However, we are going to give NFTs to the top 4 scorers. So theoretically, you could lose your head to head matchup, not go to the second round, and still get an NFT. Of course, you're not going to get a chance at a third round NFT because your team will be eliminated, but or your NFT will be eliminated. But theoretically, you could lose the game, the head-to-head matchup, not go on to the next round, and still receive an NFT. And likewise, you could win your matchup, move on, and not get one. Jets driving here. Really, if you're Ron, you're rooting for this. You need the Jets to score. You don't want to go 7-0. You don't want to have a 7-0 lead in the fourth quarter because you might just see Rico down over and over and over and over, and that's not good for your point total. I feel like it's a Bryce Hall moment. Nope. Garrett Wilson. We've been saying it a lot. Not a lot of usage of Garrett Wilson in these simulations. You've seen a lot of Mitchell and Mechie and tons of Bryce Hall, but not a lot of Garrett Wilson. But we're seeing that here today. I don't think we've seen Ted McMillan at all catching a pass. Oh, he's gone. Brutal.
Getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6.
2nd and 16. Minute and 22 to go. Man, I mean, you need a TD right here, Ron. You gotta root for the Jets. I know it's a weird thing, but I mean, another touchdown for Bryce Young puts him in the Patrick Mahomes range of that James Cook NFT. Which is the number 1 NFT we're giving away in that first round, in this first round. Incomplete. You're coming off. Who's coming off at third down? 52 seconds. This is a big play here, guys.
That defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Here we go. He's gonna throw it deep. Caught. First down. Mitchell. That was look at that throw, man. That is a beauty. I know it's a simulation, but it is still a beauty.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it.
26 seconds to go. I mean, you want to see him get in quickly here, I would think, right? Here's Bryce Hall. He's got some room. Still going forward down to the 1. I tell you, it looked like he was going to get put down there at the 5. And he just kept those legs churning down to the 1. We're going to hit the end of the quarter here. Probably not going to get a playoff.
So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the third quarter. And Monday Night Primetime continues after this.
I tell you, this game has been a little bit different than most in that we've really seen one drive from the Panthers, and then the Jets ran out of time at half, and now we're seeing one huge drive here from the Jets, taking up the entire quarter. I think we're going to get a touchdown here. Just been watching these simulations, and man, It's just been the way they're, I don't know. Maybe there's like a setting that keeps these things close. I know there is, but kind of crazy that the Jets have been just hanging in there every single game. We do got ourselves a ball game, Greg. And again, there could be, the Jets have been playing well. We're in the early fourth quarter here, and Bryce Young has 10.7 points. That's what I got him at. Again, that's unofficial. Another TD puts him probably close to the lead. However, an INT would drop him down quite a number of spots from here. He'd still be healthily in the mix, but it would drop him down about 5th or 6th spot. So let's see what we got here. Out to the 25.
Panthers offense ready to take over for their second possession. We're all even, fourth quarter, so every drive so important at this stage. And they'll start with 1st and 10.
We're throwing right from the get-go. We got about 12 yards there.
And he's going to be taken down to 37. That one good for a dozen.
Now I got him solidly, Bryce Young solidly in second place.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage, and it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space. And
about 16, 17 there.
Across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets.
I remember Mike Tirico. Wide open. That's the Jets defense we know. Hopefully they've patched up some of those holes going into next season.
2 minutes to play in regulation. Greg and I back for the conclusion. In a moment. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10.
Oh, wow. Wow. Hit that Jet right. I don't even know what 33 is. Hit him right. Is that Tony Scott? Hit him right in the chest. Right in the chest.
Swing the game in their favor, and this time it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it, Mike. I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it, because it could have been even a bigger play.
They'll drop to throw.
He's gonna get a first down here. Oh, ooh, a drop. Leggett with the drop. And now we're 3rd down. A big play here. I don't think they're in field goal range, right? We're kind of at midfield. A little bit across midfield. I mean, they're not 46, 56, 63. I don't think they kick a field goal here. I mean, they could in real life. I mean, ooh, a drop. Brutal. Brutal. The Jets defense. Oh my God, the Jets defense coming through. You got a punt here, right? Yep, they're punting. Just punt returner Isaiah Williams. Is that? Yeah, he's back there. That looks like it's in the end zone. We'll start at the 20. 1:42 to go. Everyone's got all their timeouts, so it should be interesting. Let's see what happens on this first play. The Jets really have not been stopped. Even in the one drive they didn't score. Mitchell about 13. Even in the one drive that they didn't score, the only thing that stopped them was the clock. Now, if they had a timeout, they probably would have put up 3 there. Mason Taylor not getting out of bounds. And then absolutely no sense of urgency to, like, I don't know. I don't remember. I think that was a first down, which means they could have spiked it, but they didn't. No urgency here. There's Mason Taylor again crossing midfield. 1:11 to go. Oop. Someone call a timeout. We see a Jets timeout. All right.
a chance to talk things over after picking up
I think
that
both
first down.
teams really. I mean, we're right in this area here. A couple more yards, we'll be in field goal range. I mean, the Jets can't possibly go 8-1 in these games, right?
He'll look to throw.
Oh, Mechie.
And it's second down.
Got to reel those in.
Up until that incompletion,
Got
they've
to
done a really
reel
nice
those
job
in.
on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down
Tyrod Taylor. Oh, was that a fumble? You know, I tell you what, they do that from time to time, which is that was a fumble. Bryce Hall picks it up, but then they call it dead. And I don't understand it. Like, that's a big glitch in this game. I see it happen often. Where the offense, they just pick it up. They could still run with it. It's a deep ball to Garrett Wilson. You'd like to see a better effort on that, make it look close, but they're going to punt here. We got 37 seconds to go. And Carolina has all their timeouts. McNamara is actually a really good punter in the regular season. There's, we're going to see the... Oh, what are they going to do that? Are you kidding me? Wow. Wow. Very lucky to get at the 20. 30 seconds to go. This could be our first OT. Looks like a running formation. That's what we see. Rico Dowdle's going to get a couple. We're not going to get a timeout here, I would think. Right? I mean, yeah, we're not going to call any timeouts. Are we just going to run it out? It looks like they're just going to run it out. Kind of a weak decision there, coach. Not you, coach. You, coach. A weak decision there. I mean, they really should just run out the clock here. And we'll go to OT for the first time.
4 quarters, no winner. Let's keep going.
Let's keep going. The first OT, of course, was the game I screwed up the clock in the beginning, and we had to watch a whole quarter that didn't count because it was only 2 minutes. Some solid highlights. Where's the give us the Bryce touchdown? No. All right, here we go. I got to tell you, they changed these overtime rules so much. I don't even know what the latest rules are. But in this one, I mean, with the time being only 3 minutes, I don't even know. I don't know what we're gonna see here. I don't know, because I've played some games here where they give me the clock runs out and they give me a second quarter, and I don't understand why they do that and why they don't. I don't. They think they only. You know, they do let you get a second possession no matter what now. So even if you score a touchdown, I believe you get a possession to try to tie it up.
The Jets offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession.
2 timeouts in the OT.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw.
Picked off. That is huge. He's going to run it right into field goal range, though. So Trayvon Moehrig.
It's not often that you could say one individual player may have won his team the game, but I think this might be one of those.
I mean,
It's the first play of overtime.
Beautiful
There he is,
spiral.
putting his teammates on his back.
Went for Garrett Wilson again.
Now, thanks to his effort,
The safety just stepped in front, picked it off. Really poor throw by Tyrod Taylor. I mean, this is easily his worst game that we've seen. Here's Dowdle. They're not even really. Let's see. I mean, you're still pretty far away here, guys. Like, I don't know. I don't know if I agree with just running the clock here and kicking the field goal. You could still throw the ball.
in the
Got to be a
hole,
little on the safe side, I guess.
you
But
don't see a lot of safeties
what are we
there.
on? 27.
Open field. That's pretty impressive.
We're gonna see a handoff here. It's pretty close. It's probably close enough where they're just gonna run, and kick.
Gonna get away. Might have got the yard, but it will set up third down.
Yard line. A gain of 1 brings up third down and 9.
Third down and 9. Maybe you get a throw. Maybe you get a throw. Here you are. We're gonna go into the air. Young's gonna run it. He's gonna pick up the first and more. Oh man, that was about like 20 yards on the ground. Maybe not quite, but let's give him 43. Let's give him 18.
The defensive line has to do a better job.
And I think you're gonna see the field goal now, right? Oh, maybe not. Maybe not.
One-on-one. You have to rush as a unit.
They're going to definitely keep this on the ground. There it is. There's the game. Rico Dowdle seals it. 13-7. Carolina victory. I got to tell you, I was losing faith in the Madden simulation with all these Jets victories on the road. So it's almost nice to see them lose one. We're going to have to go through the stats here. Bryce Young looks like he's pretty solidly in second place. I got him at right around 13.5 points preliminarily. Unofficially, we'll see when the stats here are released how close I was.
For my partner Greg Olson, for our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers are winners, as we say, so long from Uptown Charlotte.
Really good to get a new QB on the list too, so thank you, Ron, for that. All right, let's check out the stats. Here we go. Bryce Young, where we got 64 yards passing. I had him with 84. I don't know how I screwed that up. I tell you, remember we were at halftime, and it said that his stats were like I thought they were a little inflated. I think that was off. We got 1 touchdown pass, no interceptions. Let's head on over to the rushing. 4 carries, 38 yards. I had him for 43. Let's see, no fumbles. Good. That gets him to 12.36. We're always going to check out the receiving stats here just to have a look. Couple of drops there. But we do not see Bryce Young on the list over here for no stats there. All right, so he finishes the day with 12.36 points. Good for second place. I mean, pretty solidly in the mix here. I gotta think that Bryce Young has solidified his way to the second round. 9 players down. I think we have a total of 19 or 20 to run through the simulation, so we're about halfway through. So being halfway through, having the second place, unless we see a complete barrage of sales on the NFT website, on the Magic Eden Marketplace page, I think Bryce Young is solidly in the mix here, solidly in second place, and solidly in the mix for round 2. Of course, he's going to miss out on that James Cook NFT, but he's in the running for the DK Metcalf. DK Metcalf would go to the number 2 seed. Garrett Wilson will go to the number 3 seed, and we'll go from there. So thank you for watching and sticking with me there through that screw up with the 2-minute quarters there that we started and had to restart. And we'll get another one done probably. My guess is around 12:30 this afternoon. We'll try to get maybe 2 or 3 more. Move through the simulation, and again, head on over to the Magic Eden Marketplace, magiceden.us/marketplace/QBC, and pick up a QB Club NFT to take part in Season 0. On that note, we will see you guys later this afternoon. Have a good one.